Well, well, well. Look what Vanguards decided to drop for this update. To be fair, the characters I'm going to really try to go for is Skeleton Knight, Guts, and Griffith. And this grind's going to be actual hell. Literally. But, I believe, let me see if one of the units are in banner right now. Because Loki, they did say you want to hunt for a shiny. There's no way they didn't force a banner, bro. The Struggler. Right, so that's what he's called, the Struggler. Alright, so apparently people, the owner said, go for the shinies. You want to go for the shinies because these cosmetics look good. I do not really care for a shiny. I'm going to be for real with you. All it has is like his dog thing. I forgot what it's called. But I will obviously be summoning 4 Guts. I want to get Griffith. My goal for this video is to get Griffith. But to get Griffith, you need to get a 1%. Because every wave, there's a 1% chance of the eclipse happening. And once the eclipse happens, I believe you have to beat the wave without any of your units getting sacrificed. Also known as, I think the enemy is like attacking them. So if you survive that, I believe you get Griffith. I'm not very sure, but I believe that's what I understood from the update log that they dropped. So now we're approaching Pity because my luck is pretty atrocious. And I didn't even get him. Alright. Alright, let's go and wait until we get Guts again, because proceeded to get not good guy from what was it, 2 updates ago? I think it was like 2 updates ago. It was the Guilty Gear update where I actually did end up pulling Monarch on Elfel, as you can see right there. And then the, was it 4th slot? Let's see. Oh, come Gyro. Oh my god. Bro, this is so bad. Also, I do need to work on the Gojo questline, so I'm going to remove somebody for the Gojo thing. Because obviously with Gojo, apparently like if you finish it, you can get 50 rerolls. And you know how much I love my rerolls. So, thing is, before we actually get into this, alright, there we go. Finally we got Guts. Jesus. Alright, so that took like a lot, but now that we have Guts, he's just on the ground and he does 1 damage. Okay, so what the hell does he do? Alright. Let's see, no, that's traits. Let's see the Evo for Guts. So you need the Dragon Slayer, obviously his big ass sword. So, however, how about we roll on Jinwoo? Because I think we all want to see Jinwoo Monarch. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. We all want to see Monarch Jinwoo. Alright, that's another Deadeye. Okay. Come on. There we go. So easy. I got it so early. Yes. Let's go. Alright, let me tell this guy I'm working with update. Monarch Jinwoo in 50. Alright, so that is a perfect way to start off the update. Easily probably one of the best ways to start the update off. Alright, so now that we have Monarch Jinwoo, I'm debating should I roll on Kaguya? Alright, so after getting a Monarch Jinwoo, right? You know what? How about we do like just before the hell grind? How about we do a little bit of rerolls on Kaguya real quick? We're gonna get into the grind. That's enough for this intro. We're gonna get into this grind that is an absolute hell of a grind. Literally. See what I did there? Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Record. Wait, there's no way in hell we just got that. This is the 1%! Wait, so what does it mean by the sacrifice symbols? Just wait, so let's go. Okay, wait, so they're all surrounding here. Alright, so I guess what you do is just I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do. Wait. Alright, I guess I'll just upgrade Jinwoo. Yeah, this is the eclipse. There's no way we got the 1%. I don't have a full AoE. I have Gojo, but he's too cheap. So low-key, as long as there's a full AoE, which I really wish I had fucking Aizen for this, but I have Gojo. I'm gonna try to place Gojo, but Gojo's doing fuck all damage. Wait, that's it. Wait, okay, wait. So we got it. We got Griffith already. I mean, he's stuck on my screen, bro. He's stuck on my screen. Wait, so we got Griffith just like that? First, you want to know something? I think it stops at wave 10 too. So first story, we just get Griffith that easily. All right, this is looking like a great update so far. This is looking like a great update. All right, guys. So now that we have Griffith, right, what you're supposed to do now is sacrifice, or quote-unquote sacrifice, also known as kill the enemies when the eclipse happens. So kill around 200 of these apostles, which isn't really too hard, just kind of annoying. But that's gonna all you really need to do for the first step. Alright, so now that you are done with it, you get the Awakened King's Egg, which, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was gonna be more than just that, but actually, look, we just unequip Griffith right here. Where's Griffith? Right. Either one, whatever. And that's it. And there you go. Now that you have Griffith's Evo. Yeah, look at that damage. Ooh. Alright, so now that we have Griffith's Evo, let me actually do this as well. Might as well Evo this guy while we're at it. Yeah, terrible stats, I'm not gonna lie with you. Like, I'm so low on stat chips, but here's this guy too. Honestly, I don't know what he's gonna do. I'll read his passives, obviously. But let's see. We're Skeleton Knight. We're Skeleton King. I don't know, his name is really basic. His passives are debuffs instead buff. Wait, what? Debuffs instead buff this unit by the same amount of debuffs applied to this unit and cannot be cleansed. If a unit on the map is inflicted with a status effect or debuff, this unit will teleport to their location, cleansing them of the status effect or debuff after 3-second delay. So if you really think about it, he's actually kind of a support too. Now we have this person. I don't care about the stats because this character, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think is actually gonna be good. But we also got her, which, let's see what she does. The passives for her are: this unit is always treated as a positive element in any game mode that is buffing elements. So it's actually, so she's good for literally like anything. Attacks inflict nullify for 10 seconds on hit. If an ally is stunned, boost their damage by 50% in the duration of the stun. Honestly, that's actually, for a support, that's actually really good. That's actually really good. Let me actually read Griffith's ones now that we have. I think the only character I don't have evolved, oh yeah, is this guy right here. Look, it's this guy. But the thing is, like, well, he doesn't need takedowns. Never mind, I can actually evolve him right now. So, all right. I think now that we just need his guts. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how you get guts. I'm gonna have to figure that out soon. This guy is a pure buff though, so who knows? I'm gonna assume he's a pure buff because he literally does 0 damage. For every takedown that occurs, this unit gains 1 ore stack. This unit has access to different shops depending on upgrades. This unit can then craft and apply weapon to any ally, overriding any weapon that is already on that ally. For every 3 silver weapons crafted, this unit crafts 1 masterwork item for free. Use ores to craft a weapon. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, we're gonna have to put them into a game too, because I have no idea how these are gonna work. With guts, on the other hand, but I'm gonna go and hop into a game and showcase what these 2 units do. So I'll see you in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so now that we're actually in a match, there. Oh! Okay, so he's... So I might be wrong. Let's see. Griffith, obviously. I'm a little scared. Because I don't know what this is going to do. So, let me actually put Jinwoo down so I can actually attack. Here's the issue. I still have no idea what this is. Masterworks. Alright, so every wave he gets an ore. And with every ore stack, so the more upgrades, I guess, the better you can get. So he can increase damage by 20% for 20 ores, range by 15%, and SP by 5%. Okay. Here's the thing. He gets another thing. Bro, what does guts do? Nothing. This unit has okay. So his entire so guts literally just does nothing. Okay. Actually, wait. I don't know. This might be really weird. But I think if you put guts next to Griffith and you use the ability, there might be something that happens. I'm not very sure though. However, let's see. So let me actually see. Can you? Oh, okay. So you can have someone. So you can put on like any character, right? Okay. So he is literally a buff. Can you put a different one on it too? No. Okay. So you just want to put one. All right. Now, here's the thing. That's Guts' sword right there. Only one of each masterwork can exist. Dragon Slayer. 250 ores. You need the Dragon Slayer for Guts. So I'm going to assume the Dragon Slayer, if I give it to Guts, I might be able to do something. Honestly, the way this unit works is actually really cool though. Honestly, the way like it buffs, very cool. So you can buff for 80 ores, you can like buff your units by 25% damage or 20% range or reduce the SPA by 10%, which is actually really cool. However, we're gonna have to test this out. This is gonna be like a live reaction on how this could work. I thought I would have to press like sacrifice and it would work. That, or you do something like you give the Dragon Slayer to Guts and then something may or may not happen. I'm not very sure though. I'm gonna actually speed things up real quick until I get 250, which might actually take like a minute or two. So I will be there in 3, 2, 1. All right, now we have enough to craft this. Let's see. Increases damage by 40% and increases damage dealt by DOTs by 20%. So obviously this would be great for Ascanor. However, I believe if you put this on Guts, never mind, I was wrong. Never mind. I wasn't cooking anything. Okay. What am I supposed to do then? Because like if I gave him the Dragon Slayer. Oh no. Berserker armor and everything? Bro, how am I supposed to do this? Let me see if this works. There we go. Dragon Slayer right there. Alright. So, the way you get it, I would assume is just use the sacrifice, the Eclipse where Guts is injured. I'm going to assume. I don't think you need to do that extra step with the Dragon Slayer. But, that is how you get the Dragon Slayer. So, good luck on the Guts thing. I will actually end up evolving Guts. I just need a lot of those red essences, which I'm going to be honest, I don't know how I'm about to do that. That's how you get it. I'll see you guys once I get Guts' Evo though. So in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, so these essences are going to take a long time to do. But there's a trial right now that pretty much gives you Guts. Well, it doesn't give you Guts, but pretty much what he does. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to show you guys. So that's actually so cool. He has a summon animation. So his passives are every 5 takedowns, this unit spawns a demon at the same HP that this unit's damage stat is and give 100 yen on death. Anytime that demon is killed, buff damage by 40% for 10 seconds. Then, the Struggler. While this unit is stunned, if an enemy is in range is not affected with bleed, this unit applies bleed for 20% of its damage for 10 seconds. This unit gains 5% damage per injury stack in every 10 seconds. If there is a bleeding enemy in range, perform attack 1 or attack 3. Now, if this unit attacks a bleeding enemy, follows up with attack 2 for 50% of this unit's damage. Enemies hit by this follow-up are repulsed. Also known as they get shot, moved away. So, then he has his ability. When this is toggled, this unit will begin to attack non-stop and gain full status effects, debuff, immunity, and as soon as the current attack is finished, follow up another random attack and gain 1. Okay, so if you use him, injury stack, so you want to use that. Now, 0 SPA? There's, well, obviously, so his infinite's quote-unquote, his DPS is infinite, quote-unquote. So, he's busted though. So, obviously, this is without Monarch too. With Monarch, he's doing like, I think almost similar damage to Kaguya. And look, so his damage goes all the way up here, and then obviously he turns into a full AoE, multi-hit bleed, I would assume. So now, if you really want to, you could do this. You could just leave this on toggled, because this just leaves him at 0 SPA. And the more injury stacks he has, the more damage he'll do. Yo, this guy is insane. And obviously, this is better showcase than I would do in with my own unit, because look, all his stats are godly. It's just he doesn't have a passive, which I am not rolling on because I'm trying to get Monarch on Kaguya right now. So not on the top of my list right now. However, this is what Guts' stats do look like. He gains more damage over time. Honestly, such a must-have unit. Definitely go for Guts. I'm still confused on what Griffith even does. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think he might be better once I figure out whatever it is. But this will definitely be all for the video. I advise you guys to definitely go for all these units, because they're all very good in their own way. Obviously, I didn't showcase 2 other units, like the Witch and Skeleton Knight, or Skeleton King's Evo. However, they do high damage. I don't know about Witch, so, but this is going to be all for the video. I will see you guys in the next one.